What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today in this video I just bought something pretty special. I haven't bought an engine in, I would say, probably a couple years, maybe. I think today I just decided to buy one to I guess treat myself one. Last time I bought an engine, USPS absolutely lost it. I don't know what happened. I bought it back on Christmas and it was supposed to arrive on New Year's. It never did, and when 2025 hit, yeah, it was lost in the mail. So I didn't buy another engine ever since, and yeah. But the engine I've always wanted in here has been overpriced for the past several years, and it just made me not have interest in having one. But I've always wanted one of these. What's in here? So let's dig into it. All right, moment of truth. Classic style trains packaging. All right. So what we have here is a IHC 464 New Haven I-5 Hudson. I've always wanted one of these, like I said, but like I said before, the prices on these were just so ridiculous. I just didn't want to buy one. I finally have one in my hands. This one I got for a pretty good price on Trains, or Trainsy if you call them. They're not really the best model train market to buy from, but you know, they've impressed me in the past, so let's see if they will impress me now. I'm not expecting high hopes and performances, even though I got this thing for pretty cheap, I'd say. Will it be easier on your decide? Why are these boxes so hard to open? There we go. Okay. Is this instructions in here? No, it's just the car. This is pretty similar to Hornby's packaging, I'd say. Let's get the locomotive out. It's out. Wow, this is actually pretty heavy for IHC. Wow, this is pretty heavy for an IHC locomotive. I do apologize for that. I guess my fingers slipped or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is actually pretty weighty. I was not expecting that for an IHC Hudson. I do promise the engine is fine. Nothing broke off after I dropped it, but yeah. But yeah, like I keep saying, I've always wanted one of these. I do have a Broadway Limited New Haven I-5, but unfortunately that one is in pieces and it no longer works. So I guess you could say this is a pretty good cheapish replacement, even though I probably shouldn't say it like that. But hey, you know, at least it's a New Haven I-5. Or at least it tries to resemble one. The tender, on the other hand, it doesn't feel too bad either. I do like how they replaced the knuckle couplers, or replace the horn hook with the knuckle couplers. And the good part is it does look like the New Haven tenders, I think. It's probably the same generic tender as IHC use in a lot of their engines. And here's something rattling in there. It does look like a decent tender. I do like how it just says New Haven on it and not New York, New Haven, New Hartford, all that sort of stuff. This is pretty good so far. And so far, I'm pretty happy with this. All right, I will clean all this up. I will get the locomotive and tender connected, and we will see it perform. Okay, so I guess the plugs are... Yeah, I think... Wow, that was actually way easier than how Bachmann does their tender to engine connectings. All right, there's a little step ladder right here that came off. Hope that came off from the tender and not the engine, but if so, I will glue it back on. Right, I'm not expecting that much high performance on this thing since I did buy it from Trains. But like I said, you never know. This could impress me for all you know. And let's see if this puppy runs. Oh, look at that! Wow, this thing actually works, and the headlight works too. It's probably one of those, it's probably a bulb that it's got in there. polystyrene, get that off. And it's quiet too. That's typical for IHC locomotive. Yeah, let's take this around the track. This engine is performing beautifully. I was not expecting for it to perform like this. Although, like I said, typical to IHC, they did make flawless performing locomotives. Speaking of flawless performing, let's see how the slow speed is. How good are they? Oh, I think it kicks into about right there. Oh, there we go. Oh, stop, but it's buzzing. There we go, it's moving. And it's speeding up a little bit. That is impressive, though. It really is. Alright, slow down right there. So I guess the motors that are fitted with these guys are probably 3-pole motors, but you know, they're still pretty good. I mean, 3-pole motors, they're not really the best at slow speeds, unlike 5-pole motors, but you get what you get, I guess. Also, the tender light works. Check it out. It is a lot brighter than the locomotive headlight, but at least the locomotive has lights. So that is really great. I'm actually really happy I have this thing now. Now I'm a little bit curious to see about the mechanism of this thing, and once I put this thing back together, I will weigh this thing, because this thing is pretty damn heavy. And I do apologize for the air conditioner in the background. There's nothing I can do about that. Now, I don't know much about IHC locomotives because I only own like 2 of them, this being my second one. But I do hope I don't have to take the handrails off like I'd have to do with the Rivarossi stuff. Oh, I actually don't have to. Huh. Let's see if I can pry this off gently. Yep. All right. This piece here came off somehow. I'll have to put it back together. So unfortunately, I can't take the chassis off entirely because of the wires that are still connected to this thing. Whoops, sorry, camera. I think you can just see the wire that's connected to the headlight right here. This goes into the chassis, and there's another wire connected to the motor. This one goes to the plug. We can say that it is a simple 3-pole motor. Oops, sorry again, camera. But yeah, like I said, just a simple 3-pole motor. But it does have a flywheel, which is really, really good. And the worm gear is just right here, and it connects to this little drive mechanism right here. So yeah, that is basically the whole mechanism. And I will put this thing back together gently. Guess I'll have to do it off camera. Well, that moment when you want to show the mechanism of the locomotive, but unfortunately a wire has disconnected from the motor. It was my decision to do this, and I guess it's my own fault apparently, so I'm gonna see if I can try and fix that. It's really, really simple. As you can see, there is a little wire right here, and if I turn on the power, let's give it this voltage, I don't want it to fly away. So a wire, if I connect it to this motor right here, starts humming, you can hear it. Yeah, so it's humming. So it's not moving unless I connect that wire. So give me a minute. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use my crappy soldering iron, but it's the only way, I'm afraid. As you can see, I already stripped the wire right here. I'm now just waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. All right, job done. Well, I can call that tiny operation a success because the locomotive is moving smoothly again. And as you can see, she's going to be hauling some Southern Pacific passenger cars. No, not a couple of them. I should have figured that. But yeah, because I don't have any New Haven ones, unfortunately. But now I want to get some because of this engine. I will send her around the track with some Southern Pacific passenger cars, and it's on a curve. And there we we go. Have to couple it by hand. Anyways, let's watch this engine haul the passenger train. I do apologize if there are Southern Pacific cars, like I said, but they'll do just fine. As you can see, the light's brighter now. Huh. Well, everybody, I think that'll just about do it for today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I absolutely am really thrilled to have this locomotive in my collection. It is certainly helping me getting back into the model railway bug. But yeah, this engine is just fantastic, even though it's not obviously the most accurate of the New Haven I-5 models. But hey, you know, this is a fantastic locomotive, and I cannot be happier to finally have it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody. Right, before I leave, I actually found a scale right here, so I can place the locomotive onto it. I did not detach the tender, so this is going to be attached to its tender. And wow, as you can see, this locomotive weighs 482 grams. Wow, that is 476. All right, it's fluctuating a little bit. So it's around 480 mark. As for pounds, it's 1 pound and 9 ounces. So that is really impressive for a locomotive from an era I may have not even been born yet at the time. So yeah, that is a pretty heavy locomotive. All right, take care, guys.